You are currently working harder at staying in place than most people work at moving forward. You call it preparation, you call it getting organized, you call it doing the admin. But psychology has a much darker name for it: procrastivity. It is the most sophisticated form of self-sabotage because it feels like a virtue. You aren't sitting on the couch eating chips. You're answering emails. You're researching your niche. You're optimizing your workspace. You are busy. You are exhausted. And yet, if you look at your life, nothing has actually changed in 6 months. You are using your productivity as a human shield. You are checking off minor tasks to avoid the one high-stakes task that actually carries the risk of failure and the possibility of success. Today, we are going to strip away the mask of busyness and look at the fear underneath. This is the autopsy of your ambition. The reason procrastivity is so addictive is that it exploits a glitch in your brain's reward system. When you complete a task, any task, your brain releases a small burst of dopamine. Your brain doesn't distinguish between organizing your Google Drive and closing a $10,000 deal. It just knows you finished something. This is the dopamine lie. You are getting the biological high of success without the real-world result of success. Think about the big project you've been putting off. Maybe it's a business, a book, or a difficult conversation. Every day you avoid it by doing useful chores, you are digging a deeper hole for your self-esteem. The negative stakes are these. Competence is a perishable skill. By hiding in the shallow end, you are losing the psychological muscle required to do hard things. You are becoming a master of the trivial. If you don't break this loop, you will wake up in 10 years with the most organized life in history and not a single thing to show for it. You will have perfected the art of getting ready while life passed you by. To escape, we must look at the unseen architecture of this trap. The ego buffer mechanism. Your ego is a fragile structure. To protect itself, it uses complexity as a buffer. If you stay in the planning phase forever, you can still tell yourself you're a genius. The moment you launch, the world gets to vote. And if the world says no, your ego dies. Procrastivity allows you to live in a state of infinite potential where you can never be proven wrong. Cognitive offloading and the moral license. Have you ever noticed that after you spend 3 hours researching, you feel like you deserve a break? This is moral licensing. You've done so much virtuous work that you've earned the right to ignore the scary work. Your brain is intentionally filling your cognitive load with low-value data so that by the time you reach the hard task, you can honestly say, "I'm too tired for this." It's a self-inflicted exhaustion. The social approval trap. Procrastivity allows you to stay socially safe. When people ask how you're doing, you can say, "I'm so busy." In our culture, busy is a status symbol. If you were actually doing the hard work, you might be failing, you might be struggling, or you might be silent. Being productive on the wrong things allows you to maintain the identity of a professional without the risk of a producer. We are going to perform a psychological reset on your workflow. Step 1, the ugly hour. For the next 7 days, your first hour of work cannot involve a screen, a to-do list, or an inbox. You will take the one task that makes your stomach turn, the one you've been preparing for, and you will do the ugliest, most basic version of it. No polish, no research, just raw, messy execution. Step 2, the anti-to-do list. At the end of every day, write down 3 productive things you did that were actually just procrastivity. Admit it. Name the avoidance. Step 3, kill the research. You are no longer allowed to learn how to do something until you have failed at doing it first. You must earn your research. Knowledge is only valuable when it is a solution to a problem you've actually encountered in the field. Otherwise, it's just more productive noise. There is no such thing as the right time. There is only the time you have left. The greatest tragedy of the modern era is the millions of brilliant minds currently lost in the weeds of optimization. You don't need a better app. You don't need a cleaner desk. You don't need another course. You need to be willing to be bad at something important. The unseen psyche thrives in the tension between who you are and who you could be. But that bridge can only be built with action, not intention. Stop checking boxes. Start moving mountains. This is unseen psyche. Now go do the work you're hiding from.